Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Just Gaming today. Today we're going to play some more Slay the Spire 2, and let's try my favorite character, but haven't managed to get him to Ascension yet, is the Ironclad. I just like the idea of, the big tanky guy with the sword and able to heal himself. Seems really good, but we haven't even been able to make him click yet. So, just keep trying to open up more of the cards and extending abilities to get new relics and things like that. Once you get all those things, you kind of get, different decks that you can start to build out. So let's see what we got here. Booming Conch Shell. At the start of Elite Combats, draw 2 additional cards. Obtain a random rare card. Transform one of your strikes and one of your defense. I think we're just going to go for the random rare card, see what we get. Feed, deal 10 damage, and something. It always goes way too fast. Since this is an early release, that's one of my complaints. I would keep that up and put like maybe an OK screen or something, so you can take a look at it and don't have to do this extra work. If Fatal raise your max HP by 3. This is a really good card, so especially to get very early on. Because you have an ability with so few cards in your deck, you have an ability to kind of get this again and again. You only get to cast it once because of the exhaust, but it is pretty cool. I'm not sure. I think the upgrade on that removes the exhaust, maybe. I'm not sure what it does. All right, so let's take a look at the pathways here. We have an event over here we can get to pretty quickly. 3 fights and a merchant. That's not bad. If we go down that way, we got access to another merchant. Having a heal and then a merchant's not that bad. Then relic. We can choose a new path here with some. Okay. This side here is just straight elites all the way. And maybe I should be going for the elites more. I don't know. All right, let's try this one and squeeze in an event, and then see if we can get up here to the merchant. All right, so 21, these little tadpoles. He's gonna buff. I don't think I can kill anything this turn. So I think we're gonna set this guy for next turn and do a defend, and then end our turn. Let's do, well, hold on. It's going to deal 9, but this feed is going to deal 15. So let's kill it. Our max HP goes up by 3. Card's gone. All right, let's go ahead and strike here and strike here. Nice. So far, so good. Max HP is 83. If we can kill this turn, then we'll be able to completely heal. It looks like we can. So, awesome. Well, we didn't completely heal because it had thorns. That was one problem, but that's okay. Add a card. If you apply vulnerable, draw a card. That's a nice power. I haven't seen that one yet, and it's 1 point. I think that's not a terrible card. Yeah, let's go with that. I like powers. You cast them once, you get an ability, and it kind of sticks around for a while. We got a random merchant on the event, so we have 116 gold. Probably not able to get everything, but maybe we could start to shape things. When anger would be nice. Can't get any relics. This entropy. At start your turn, transform a card in your hand. Ultimate strike is pretty nice. Every card exhausted, gain 3 block. I have 1 exhaust card right now. It's really worth that. Well, I think this anger card is where we want to go. Wave is really nice. This tremble is interesting because it works with our power that we picked up, right? But the power is really only to draw a card. So I'm not super interested in maybe delving into that greatly. Well, we can't remove a card. I'm going to go ahead and get this Iron Weave as well. Or Wave, sorry. Just go from there. Proceed. Let's go to this fight here. So the slugs. Well, the slugs here, the key is to kill one, let the other one get stunned. It gets stronger, but killing one will get you to the point where the other one doesn't. Other one, you get a free turn against it, essentially. So let's do the vulnerable. It's at 17. I can't kill it, right? I'm at 15, yeah. So not being able to kill it, I'll go ahead and defend. Take a point of damage there. Hopefully this loops back around where we can use it again. Use that feed to increase our max HP. So we're going to take a lot of damage unless I can get to the point where I decrease the amount I'm taking. So I can kill this one, I think, if I do all strikes, right? Oh, it had vulnerable on it. That's good. So he's stunned. Let's go ahead and strike him, get him down a little bit, and then we're done. And we could get lucky with the feed here, but doesn't look like it. 14 incoming. Let's go and grab anger. We'll go ahead and defend just to save a little bit of damage. Hold on. Yeah, we're just shy. All right, we do get an opportunity to use feed here, so that's good. Actually, I don't mind taking that damage. Getting the opportunity to use the feed extends our hit points farther. So each fight we've been in, we've been able to use that feed. Block potion's really nice. All right, so we got a power. Feel no pain. Whenever your card is exhausted, gain 3 block. Deal 9 damage. Draw a card. Deal 7 damage. Whenever you gain block this turn, deal 5 damage to an enemy. I have one exhausted card, so I think I'm going to stick with the Pommel Strike and then start to look at taking some strikes out of my deck because I have an Anger and a Pommel Strike, so I can start looking to, work some cards out of the deck. So enemy intends to attack for 11 damage. We're going to do block, block, strike. There. So now it's 8 this time. Let's get the extra card. So the Iron Wave. And let's go ahead and defend and just kind of slowly try and tick like the kick there. It's funny. All right, so enemy intends to block and use a buff. 26. Let's anger it. Then strike. Strike dead. Perfect. And again, third fight, third max HP. Let's do gold, add a card to the deck, stomp, deals 12 damage to all enemies, costs 1 less for each attack played this turn. Now, if we started to build an anger deck, stomp might be good because, you get those angers rolling and it decreases the stomp quite a bit. Uppercut applies a vulnerable, that works with our power that we had picked up. Do 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies, that works as well. Huh. We're at a crossroads. Do I invest in the vulnerable? I think I'm going to use this stomp. The vulnerable is nice, but it's just draw a card. I mean, that's good, but at the moment we don't really have an engine. But again, that draw a card works with anger too. But I don't have anything that does damage to all enemies. I'm gonna take the stomp for now, but that vulnerable, rethinking the vulnerable, that card draw could draw us into more angers if we can manage to get some more angers into our deck. Let's perceive in there. So I do want to get to this merchant, so I think I'm going to take this fight in this resting spot. The resting spot could allow us to improve a card. You can see what that feed is. So this is the one where you kill this guy, and then there's 2 little gremlins in here. You got to kill them as well. So we got 14 staring at us there. I am going to establish this vicious. Get some block. Let's defend. And go from there. Take a little bit of damage. So he's doing 12 this time. Money, money. He's stealing from us too, so that kind of stinks. Okay, so let's draw a card, right? That's anger. 12 versus 6. Go ahead and use that. Then we're going to take some damage there. I think I can heal, but I'm just going to use the black potion. It fits the damage perfectly, so, you know, just using the potion eliminates all the damage. It's pretty nice. Well, we do less damage this time, so, all right, let's do that. Busted him out. So this guy is going to try and run away with 40, so I definitely want to kill him. It's kind of free strikes at this point, so let's go and do all that. Hopefully we can kill him next turn, because he's just going to run away. You get one turn to kill him after he's stunned, and then he runs out. Okay, this is interesting. So I can anger, use stomp, and kill them both, right? Yes. Nice. Okay. So that's that. The anger, you know, I would love to add a lot of those and add more stomps too, quite honestly. So we had our money back. We had a card. No anger. Skills. If you exhaust a card this turn, gain 3. 1 strength for each vulnerable on the enemy. That's not bad. And it's an exhaust card too, so it doesn't pollute our deck. Random attack into your hand. It's free to play this turn. So this card here is quite interesting in that it sometimes adds a really, really powerful card to your deck, and it's free. Like it adds a 3-pointer to your deck, and it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna take this one. This one is good too. This one might be the way to go though. Let's rethink this. So gain 1 strength for each vulnerable on the enemy. You know, gaining strength with those anger cards would be really, really good. I'm gonna go with the dominate. I haven't really played with it that much, so maybe that's the best way to go. Try and learn a little bit here. So we're almost at max. Let's smith. Now, the first thing I'm going to look at is speed. So you still have exhaust, but you deal 12 damage and gain 4. Stomp does 15. Vicious, what does this do? Draw 2 cards. Ooh, that's interesting. You could really feed an anger deck quite a bit. This anger is going to go up to 8. Rate, pommel strike. Dominate. What's this do? Gain 1 strength. Ooh. Gets rid of exhaust. Huh. All right, for the moment, I think we're going to do this. And just having that come up, we can start to invest more in the vulnerable cards. Yeah. All right, let's go with that for now. Again, not sure it's the right play, but hopefully we get an anger at this shop. Be very nice. Of course, no. That's all right. We do get an apply to vulnerable. We can afford it. Purity, retain exhausted with 3 cards in hand. Well, I think we're going to go with this tremble just to have some more vulnerable because that'll work well with the dominate and drawing cards. Got something kind of cooking up here. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Let's go to this event. Vicious is removed from your deck. Card above is randomized. Let's do that. Remove a defend or a strike. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't, have to focus on getting a defense card back, but a defend or a strike's acceptable. Huh, now I haven't had this yet, so just kind of, discard things that are going to be worthless. That's not bad. It's not super powered, at least I don't think. If you had some cards that did things when they were discarded, that would be very, very good, right? Yeah, you just discard a bunch of stuff. They have all kinds of effects, and then you go to town. All right, let's go here for now. Fossil Stalkers coming at us here. All right, looking at choose any number of cards to replace. I think I'm going to replace 2 of the strikes, right? Yeah, because this sets us up with a nice amount of damage. So let's replace those 2 and see what we get. When anger is even better. I can't put vulnerable on anybody. However, let's pommel strike, see what we get. So I didn't get the 2-point vulnerable. That kind of stinks, but um, let's anger and then strike and then stomp. Or that's actually, oh, he has, it gains 3 strength. So it doesn't have 3 strength right now, but I don't really think I can do much else here. So let's stomp it and go. So we are going to take some damage. It's going to gain strength. Yeah. Right, 10 and 5. Let's go ahead and do this. Then kill it. So again, we extended our hit point range. Strength potion. Card. I like some anger, but we got a vulnerable card. We can attack this turn, gain 3 block. Deal 6 damage to 3 damage to each card in your exhaust pile. Let's go with the Thunderclap. Get some vulnerable going for us. And here, we're going to go ahead and hit the rest again. Upgrade card. I'm upgrading because we're, even though we're down 10 hit points, we are above our starting hit points. I think our hit points started at 80, so pretty good. Let's see. Does 7. Apply 3 vulnerable. Draw 2 cards. 10 and 3. I think I'm going to go with the feed. It opens up that range for the kill, and then it adds another hit point. So I might go with the feed, just get that upgraded, proceed from there. All right, let's go to this fight, see if these are the right choices. This guy's, he's really big, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to tear into us. I have no ability to do vulnerable at the moment. I do have more vulnerable cards. So I'm just going to do 2, see if we can get lucky. We did. Okay. Let's go and do that. Let's trample. Let's dominate. I could pommel strike into a card, an anger. But I think I'm going to go ahead and... I think I'm going to go ahead and block half the damage and go from there. Okay. So here we're going to get a good amount of stuff going on. So we can strike, stomp, defend, go. So should be able to kill it next turn. Yeah. So feed gets us where we need to be, right? We're going to do 10 damage, and we're going to gain 4 hit points max. Nice. Okay, fruit juice gain 5 max HP. It's temporary though, right? I think. Armor, gain 5 block, upgraded card in your hand. That is a card that we're looking for because we got rid of a defend. Do 6 damage for all strike cards. A perfected strike, no, and bludgeon. No. Let's take armaments and get our defense card back. An improved defense card. That's better than just a basic defend. Now here I could go with an event and an elite and try and get a relic. I think we're gonna do that. Usually I try and avoid the elites. Watch me just die here, but usually try and avoid the elites. Ooh, look at this. Another relic. Oh, that's awesome. So return to 3 damage to all enemies. That's really good. I like that. All right, well, going into this elite, we've got some good potions. Let's give it a shot. Now, since an elite, I'm going to go ahead and get this fruit juice going as well. Just to see if it's something that will stick around after the fight. I don't think it will, but it says feed. We're going to replace strike, strike, stomp. Got 1 defend. I think I'm going to replace one of the strikes and see if we can pick up another. It's a little bit of a gamble, but see if we can pick something up like an ornament or whatnot. But I would like to cast both of these. I forget what the seashell does. We'll have to look at that. Let's do that for now. All right, so not good. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but let's go ahead and drink this max HP and see if that kind of sticks around. I tend to believe it won't, but I haven't used it yet, I don't believe. So this guy, he gets this, a skull cannot lose more than 20 HP in each turn. Okay, that's not terrible. So we got 9 incoming. I think I'm just going to go ahead and defend, and put out vicious. Didn't do a lot, but we've got things kind of started. The start of your turn. Wow, that is really good. This is 3 damage every single time. Huh. All right, well, let's tremble. Interesting. It's thunderclap. I'm going to defend so we can get a little bit of that damage taken away. All right, so he's taken most of his damage. Okay, he's not attacking me this turn. So he has how many vulnerables? He's got 2. That's 2 strength. I am going to do that. We'll do... I don't want to do that. Let's do Pommel Strike and see what kind of card I can get. All right, just a regular strike, but let's do 8 more. 10, which is just 1 more effectively, but not terrible. All right, well, we do have a rest coming up. I think I'm going to do that and put some more on him. Let's gain more strength and just take the damage, I guess. Probably could have done better there. Now, a bunch of days here. That kind of stinks. He's at 27, so I can't kill him. And he's going to do 12 more damage. Okay. I can strike him. I can stomp, but he's not going to take any more damage. All right, I guess we're just taking it to the face. Now we're taking way more damage than I would have liked. This feed will get us some more hit points. So we're at 105. I think we're going to go back down to 100, right? So we got the pin nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That's pretty good in an anger deck, if I can get an anger deck going. Still no anger here. Deal 5 damage to all enemies. Whenever you block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Huh. All right, we'll take Juggernaut and see how that goes. I'm hoping Can't remember if that's something that decreases in cost. And look, the fruit juice stayed. Excellent. Yeah, fruit juices are very powerful then. Huh. All right, well, we're going to rest here for sure. Get back most of our hit points. We're 12 above where we would normally be if we had no max ads. So this big fish is an interesting one. I love the art, the animation and the art and the design for this boss is really, really cool. So let's see. We're not going to use feed right now. We could just establish our powers early on. That's probably where we're going to go. Let's do that because he's looking to add stuff to our deck. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put our powers out. We're not doing a lot of damage to him, but it's what it is. Since this is a boss, I'm going to go ahead and do the strength here. Get that all rocking. So we're going to do damage when we block. We're going to draw a card when we put vulnerable. And we have 2 more strength. So I don't feel too bad yet. So we can do this. Let's gain 2 more strength. We're going to anger, strike. We're going to be 1 shy of that stomp. We don't have any defense, so there wasn't much we could do there. Well, we're taking some damage. It is a boss level, so you really have your whole health to work with because you do get healed back to full going to the next act. So it is what it is there. Let's go ahead and gain 5 block and do 5 damage. We're gonna do this Iron Wave, so let's do that. So have enough defense. Let's do a strike and move on. That was a good turn. Yeah, any turn where you can take no damage and deal significant damage to the enemy is quite good. Have this in hand, lose 6 hit points. Now he's not attacking this turn, so I'm gonna get rid of these beacons. Let's go ahead and vulnerable him. Drew a card, which was the feed. That's okay. The feed we actually want in our discard at the moment. We're not so important to feed off of this boss. The feeds are much better in the regular fights. But let's see what we got here. So armaments, we can increase the, we could do 5. We're going to need to block anyways. We're going to cast this tremble. So let's upgrade it so that it's 3. We're going to get a free card off of that. Get the anger going. Iron Wave was already upgraded, so we managed to take no damage. Nice. And we did damage. Not a significant amount, but we did okay. Oh, wait. It had intangible, so it was just taking the little single points. That's why it didn't do much. So we can't put any more vulnerable on him, but I can gain 2 strength, so I think that's good. Let's do anger. He's not attacking this turn, so strike and strike. Now that was significant damage right there. Strength's up to 6. I'm kind of liking the flow of this. We're probably going to draw that back in, but can we kill him? I don't think so. He's doing 24. Yikes. All right, well, Pommel Strike's 15. Strike is 12. That's 27. We can kill him, right? Let's draw a card. Let's strike. Yeah, okay, good. Because he was vulnerable. We had a lot of stuff going on there. So, awesome. All right, let's see what we get. Weak potion, pretty good. And then let's add a card. So here you get some pretty good ones. So gain an energy at the start of your turn. You block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. We already have one of those. Although 2 of them, that'd be interesting. Just every time you block, everybody takes 10 damage. Or to a random enemy, sorry. Start your turn, put a random card from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. Now, this is really pretty good with anger as well. Huh. Really like Pyre. But this aggression is pretty good. It's 1 point. Let's go with aggression. I've played with Pyro before. I don't think I've done a lot with aggression, so let's try that. So proceed on to Act 2. Let's see what we get here with the little helper witch. Hopefully it's the upgrade 4 cards or something. I don't see the cookies. The cookies are the ones I like. Enchant all strikes in your deck with Tezcatar's Ember. Cost 0 and gains Eternal. Copy removed or transfer your deck. Not so hot on that. Start of your turn, exhaust the top card of your draw pile and gain 1 strength. Obtain 4 rocks relics. Every 3 combats, your leftmost relic will melt away. I don't think these options are very good at all. The toy box is probably the best one. I could be wrong on my assessment here, but I get a lot of strength up it. I don't really have I don't like exhausting a bunch of cards. Channel strikes in your deck with Ember. I don't like that. Gains Eternal. I guess free strikes. I mean, that could be good, right? All strikes. I didn't pick up any other. Well, I guess I have Pommel Strike too. Huh. Am I willing to just lock these in? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That costs 0. And we've got Pommel Strike. Maybe it upgrades this too. Be locked into these strikes forever. I guess it's not terrible. I mean, zero cost to do 6. Let's go ahead and try that. I haven't done that yet, so what the heck? Oh yeah, so it doesn't upgrade the Pommel Strike, but that's okay. We're just kind of locked into those strikes now. But they're doing 0 damage, so I wish this was a little more rearranged. I'd like the lead here and the heal there, but let's work our way down this side and go to a bunch of these events and stuff. We see what we can do. So these bow bugs, these guys are pretty rough sometimes. So what do I want to get rid of? Well, I could gain 2 strength with this. Iron Wave lets me block some of this. Get rid of the feed. I'm going to get rid of the vicious for now. I'm going to keep these 3 for options, see what we get. So you get 2 defends. Well, yeah, just being able to gain 2 strength is pretty good. So I think we're going to go ahead and try and kill this Bowbug Nectar. And then let's gain 2 strength off of that and go. We're going to take a lot of damage here, but kind of just need to go with it. Okay, so here we're looking to take 15 again. Let's do an upgrade here. So 21. Not sure what the upgrade would be on this. Let's check it. 7 damage, but it still costs 2. Oh, we can check all of them. See, I think I'm going to upgrade the Tremble. Go with that. 3 vulnerable would be nice. Let's do vulnerable. We'll do the Thunderclap. Then we're going to put 8 damage on this guy, and I think we kill him, right? Yeah. Again, we're going to take a lot of damage here. It's 10 more. I think we're just going to eat it and see how this goes. Love to get the, what do you call it? The feed. Wow, this really makes Stomp good. Okay. Yeah, now that I'm seeing it in the hand. Yeah, 0/0, then Stomp costs 1. Wow, that's really nice. Okay, let's do the Pommel Strike first and see what our extra card is. So we do get a defend out of it, but let's do the strike. So strikes, get our Stomp down to 0. Okay, we didn't even need to do that. Liquid bronze, gain 3 thorns. That's not bad. Gain a card. Man, I really want anger, but it's just not helping me here. So deal 7 damage to block this turn, deal 5 damage to an enemy, deal 3 damage to random enemies 3 times, and deal 12 damage. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. Headbutt might not be bad because then we can force anger even more. Yeah, it's upgraded already. Let's go for headbutt. We can always take it out if it doesn't work out for us. Headbutt would be good with stomp as well. You can set up that stomp. Kind of interesting. So we have 13 coming at us. We have no ability to do anything about it. All right, let's throw vicious away, headbutt away since we don't have anything in our discard at the moment. Let's throw bash away. Yeah, ultimately I'd like to pick up some more strikes or defend. There we go. So I'm gonna put out a juggernaut, defend, and then we got 2 free strikes. So this tunneler is gonna do some damage up front. Let's see if we can mitigate some of this damage. 13 is quite a lot, so stick around for a little bit. All right, so here, for each vulnerable, let's do the pommel strike first. Gain our card. Oh, that's nice. Right, so do that. I'm going to put the aggression out. Then Iron Wave, and then, right, because it's got weak. Yeah, so Iron Wave, Stomp. It's a lot of damage we've done on him so far. Now he's tunneled. If we do 32, he doesn't get the attack. So it's a big ask with what we just drew, I think. But let's see. Well, I can gain 5 block and upgrade a card. So there's that. We have 2 free cards. Let's go and do this. Let's upgrade the anger. That way, when we use it, we'll get an upgraded version. Let's do the anger and then headbutt. Right, so we anger. Now we got an anger in here. Now we're gonna headbutt, get an anger back, and anger. Just have it so that we have something generating more anger cards. And we have 1 more energy. Let's do the defend. Awesome. And now we can strike. Okay, good. Now we have a chance for the feed to cycle back in here, but I don't think it's going to. Yeah, we have to get very, very lucky for that. All right, so we do have bash. We have anger. I think we're just going to kill him with the anger or the... Let's do the bash and then anger. Dead. All right, well, that worked out pretty well. We did, okay. So dominate again, second wind. Exhaust all non-attack cards and gain 5 block for each card. Gain 7 block, exhaust 1 random card. I don't like any of these. Let's go away. I don't think I want another dominate. We do have 308, so let's go to the merchant, I think, here. Anger, 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 please. And none. All right, well, removing a card from my deck would do okay. But then let's see what these relics are. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's interesting. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain an energy. That's more interesting. At the start of your turn, gain 2 strength and all enemies gain 1 strength. All right, so this one's very interesting. We could still remove a card from our deck, right? Double the enemy's vulnerable. Ooh, that's very interesting. Work with vulnerable stuff. Twin strike. Gain a block, draw a card. That Shrug It Off is quite good too. Maybe we don't remove a card this turn, this time around. 4 vigor. Well, I might have convinced myself to. Let's purchase this guy. Just have every 10 attacks. That works well with anger if we can ever get an anger working. But let's do what we can here. I'm going to hit the Molten Fist and this block. I think we're going to go with that. We're down to eight gold coins. So we're kind of locked into where we are money-wise. Oh, these guys are rough sometimes. Hopefully I can do okay here. We got 16 coming at us. We could block. We could establish this and get the block going. We don't have anything to vulnerable, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the stomp because we're probably not going to cast that. So we get some freebies. It did the 3 damage based on that. That's good. So I think what I'm going to do is do this Juggernaut, defend, look to do a strike here. Look to just try and kill one of these guys off as fast as we can. I'm going to throw some thorns on here because he's going to take 6 damage from hitting me. Let's go. All right, we're getting some dazed into our decks here. Vicious is a card drawer. Strike, armaments. Let's go ahead and do the armaments first. That would draw 2 cards. Let's do that. Let's put the vicious in. Let's do a defend, and the strikes are free. So I am going to keep striking this same one. He's going to try and attack next time. Hopefully the feed comes up next time and we can, get some max HP off of that guy. We are taking quite a bit of damage, unfortunately. We didn't get the feed. We did get an anger, though. So let's go ahead and anger. Headbutt. And then we get an anger back again. Try and force this. I'm trying to force this anger type deck. Now I could do this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and bash, and then because I got this strike sitting here too. The bash is going to eat one of the protections there and do some damage. I just want to really kill it at this point, so I don't have to be fancy about it. I just need to kill it. All right, so we do have an anger that we had put there. We do have a strike, and we do have the feed. Perfect. All right. It took some damage, but we did okay. So add a card. Come on, anger. No anger again. So don't need dominate. We don't need deal damage equal to your block. Let's do shrug it off, I guess. Find that. How do I heal and go into an elite? I don't know. That's a long way to another heal, but yeah. We'll go this way and do some. We get do some events and then get to the heal there. See what events gets us. All right, choose an attack to enchant with sharp. Choose a skill to enchant with nimble. So sharp's just more damage, nimble's more block, and enchant a power with draw 2 cards. I think we're gonna do the book. Let's do Juggernaut. Can draw into, it's a 2-point card though. Let's do aggression. So we get here. Chant and attack with corrupted. Choose a card to transform. I think we're going to choose a card to transform. We're going to go ahead and transform one of the defends. See what we get. It's kind of random, but a headbutt's not terrible. It can help us with that anger. I'd rather see an anger. I'm really trying to push the anger side of the deck, but I only have one anger. That's the problem. So here, we could gain 2 strength right off the bat. So I think this dominate bash would be okay. We're not going to be casting stomp, I don't think. Armaments, no, and pommel strike, no. Let's see what we get. See if we just get some extra free strikes. So not great, but that's okay. Let's do that. Let's dominate, get 2 strength. We do get a free strike on him as well. And let's see how this goes. So toxic. Your turn if you're going to do 5 damage. Yikes. They are exhaustible though. So looking at 13, but I kind of get rid of these guys. Well, if you block, deal 5, but I would take 10 from these. I think what I'm going to do is get rid of these and then maybe look the thunderclap. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put vulnerables on them. That way he stays vulnerable. Not exactly the best turn, but I don't know. These toxics are going to be very difficult. I got to get this guy dead. Well, there's a bunch of free. So free is good. He's vulnerable. Well, let's anger him and then strike. So he's at least dead. Now I can get rid of these toxics and have an ability to do something, like do 8 block. And we'll do a strike. So we're mitigating some of that damage. The key thing with these mites is just to, it is might, yeah, is just to kill, you gotta kill one of them as fast as you can. Otherwise, you're just gonna be dealing with those toxics forever. I guess let's draw 2 cards, see if we can get that stomp. We didn't. You got 6 incoming. Let's do an armaments. Let's go ahead and upgrade that since we're, well, hold on. Got 6 incoming. Let's upgrade that. Yeah, we're probably gonna cast it this turn. So, let's do that. Let's get an anger. Oh wait. Oh, I only had 1 card in my pile. That's all right. Pay attention to that. It didn't give me a choice, but I only have 1 card, so it didn't matter. All right, so we'll take 1 damage. It's gonna get some strength. It's not gonna make it to the next round, so it's not gonna matter. Awesome. All right, we took a lot of damage there, but you know, it's dead. Aggression. This Iron Wave isn't bad, but I don't want to add more of these cards to my deck. I think we're going to skip. Two aggressions might not be bad. They're only 1 point. Let's try it. Give me a good relic. Come on. Let's see what we get. Ooh, that's not bad. 4 plating at the start of your combat. So here we're going to heal. So 32 back. It gets us over our, I mean, basically we're just in free hit point zone here because of the, our starting health is usually 80. I think I'm going to fight the elite here. Elite, rest, fight. Yeah, I think we're going to do the elite. Let's see if we can get through it. Now, have I fought this thing before? Yes, I've fought this before. All right, we got a lot of damage incoming. I could defend 5. I've got 4 plating, so I would defend 9. If I just kept what I have. I might just keep what I have and get better cards next time. So this does what? If other segments are still alive, revives 2 turns with 25 hit points. Yikes. So you kind of got to kill them all off at the same time. So let's do the Thunderclap. That's going to be nice because it deals damage to everybody. Let's do the block because we want to do that. Everything else is free. So let's just keep people kind of copacetic, I guess. He's going to upgrade himself, so I'm going to kind of target him. Because he's going to buff himself. I don't have anything else I can do, so let's go there. A lot of damage again, but it is an elite, so you got all that going on. All right, well, armament. I'm going to gain. Yeah, let's do the gain 5 block. Upgrade a card. If we upgrade a card, this one's probably a good one to do that. Right. Let's upgrade the anger. Now, I think I am going to use a strike here. And anger is going to go. This guy's the next lowest. Let's do that. Stomp's going to do 9. Now, if I tremble him, he's going to be next up to die. Right? So let's do more damage to it. We've got him dead, so we're looking at 14. 8 is blocked. We'll take 6, right? All right, so he's on a timer here. Aggression wouldn't be a deal. Double the enemy's vulnerable and exhaust. He's got 14 and 6. Can I do this? 3 damage. Let's kill him, right? Now we're looking at 16. I would do 6 or 7. We get 2 vulnerable. Yikes. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that and see. He comes back next turn, right? That's fast. Yeah, darn it. So I have to kill both of them this turn. Alright, well, I don't know if that's happening, but let's at least kill this guy. Let's draw a card, see what we get. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Right? Alright, so we gained some top end hit points. Defeated the elite. At the start of each boss combat, heal 25. Yes, that's really good. We're going to need that. Man, I just wanted a darn. Yeah, I wanted anger. There's 3 points gain, energy. This rampage is pretty nice. Let's go and take the rampage. I wish it was upgraded already, but now we're going to get a heal up here after this fight. So I think we're going to do an upgrade here. Let's see what the upgrade has to offer. What did we just got that? So just view all upgrades. So increase the scar's damage by 9. That's interesting. Innate. Oh, you start with the aggression in your hand. That's interesting there. Upgrade all cards in your hand, yeah. For a deck where I'm trying to push anger, I only have one anger in it. It's kind of disappointing. But sometimes you can't push it. You just kind of got to go with what you have. So we're very discombobulated, but it seems to work okay. It's not terrible. Um, Honestly, I like this upgrade, but I like this upgrade too. Because this one comes back around and just being able to get all your cards upgraded is pretty good. So I think I'm going to go with the armaments for now. It's probably not the right play, but we'll give it a shot. Let's go in this fight. Got plenty of hit points. Hopefully that'll get us where we need to be. Now here you don't want to use like Thunderclap because you don't want to wake this guy yet. So let's get rid of that, get rid of that. The other three are good. Oh, interesting. I was wondering if this was going to wake it up. Right? Oh, it has 12 block start. Okay, okay. Taking, losing HP 3 times. So it still has 3 there. So it had block. It didn't lose HP. Got it. Interesting. All right, so we could tremble here. Right? Can't really do a ton of cool stuff, but let's tremble. Let's dominate, get our strength. Let's molten fist him. And then strike. Perfect. We're going to take some damage, but it is what it is there. As long as we don't take too much, we should go into the... Cast weak on us. We should go into the boss fight with max hit points, so that'll be good. So armaments here would be nice, because we get some block. Rampage is pretty good. Bash. This guy, let's kill him. That way we just have to worry about this 8 damage coming at us. We've got 5 blocked already. So let's pommel strike, see if we can strike into a strike, which is good. We got 2 cards. That's interesting. I'm not sure why that happened, but... Oh, it was upgraded. That's what it was. Okay. All right, so let's strike and get this stomp. Ooh. Can I kill him? Do 10. It hasn't taken damage. Yeah, so we still have 1 more damage there. Okay, let's do that. All right, so this bug is about done. He is done now. So let's put aggression out, get that started. It's not going to attack me, but what if I wake him up this turn? Let's shrug it off, see what this extra card is. So we do have another aggression. Kind of like that. Let's sit on attacking it then. Anger. I can get an anger roll on and it won't do any damage, so I'm okay with that. Let's just do that. Keep him sleeping. He'll wake up. Slumber wears off. Now he's ready to go. So you're looking at doing 16. Got a lot of options here. Well, I could Juggernaut and defend, but I don't think that's very good. I get an Iron Wave. That would be Juggernaut Iron Wave might be okay. But we can block 10 of them if we Iron Wave and do some other stuff. Well, we have 2 strikes, so I'm going to Thunderclap. Look to get most of his block gone. Let's Iron Wave. Get some block on us. Let's defend. And then 1 point left. I should have put this out first. I'm sorry. Put that out first. All right. Well, we're in an okay position. I have 18 coming at us. He's at 38. A lot of stuff. We could Tremble, Dominate. But We don't really have any. Yeah, we don't really have any defends. So let's do that. Let's trample dominate, get her strength up. Right? 22 with the rampage. I think we just kill it, right? Yeah, let's rampage, anger, dead. All right, good. So 17 gold, dexterity potion, and add a card. Still no anger. Deal 6 damage, draw cards until you draw a non-attack card. Expect a fight. Gain energy for each attack in your hand. You have to do 2 of them, though. I think I'm going to skip these. Yeah, we should get like maybe 10 gold or something off those cards when you skip them, but you don't get anything. Anger? No. Yuck. Rolling Boulder is good, but I can't afford it. It's kind of really good in this deck. It's really good in an anger deck. Your angers are all free, and this costs 3 once, and they just kind of just keep doing more and more and more damage. There's really nothing all that appealing here, so I think we're going to remove a card. Let's see what we can take out. I don't think this one's working for us. We're not doing a ton of blocks. Well, I don't know. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Just does a little bit of extra damage. I think it slows the deck down. So we did add it to give it a shot, but I can't reduce the cost. If I could reduce this to 1, I would keep it, but I think we're gonna get that out. I think that's good for our deck. We're gonna keep the rest of our. Let's see. 20 damage to the boss. Create all cards. Let's just keep the rest. All right, let's proceed, and then we go and heal. Right? So if we heal here, and then we'll heal when we get to the boss, we get max hit points. This boss is pretty rough, so I usually try and take the rocket arm out first, and then go from there. So the feed we won't need yet. We won't need the pommel strike, although we could do the pommel strike. Or sorry, the molten fist. It doubles the vulnerable. I think we're gonna not do that yet. The other 3 we can keep. See that? We're gonna use this dexterity before I forget. It doesn't go away, so that's good. Let's thunderclap first. Let's pommel strike. I'm going to go ahead and do the aggression. We'll take more damage this turn, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. Strike. And that's pretty much all we got. We will get some plating, so got a little bit of protection there. We did okay taking some damage off of this, so that's good. We got another anger back. So Shrug It Off is going to provide 10 block. Let's do that. Actually, think I'm going to do another Shrug It Off. Another card. Okay, now we're kind of in business because now we can cast the Stomp. The Vicious might be good over the Iron Wave. We'd take 4. Take 0 if we did the Iron Wave. But let's do the anger first. Let's do the strikes, and then let's figure out what we want to do. All right, then stomp. All right, now, hit points are pretty valuable. Drawing an extra card every time vulnerable is pretty good too. For now, let's prize hit points and some damage. So we won't take any hit point, or we won't take any damage. Oh, you know what? I should have done the vicious. Oh wait, I can still do it. Sorry, I think it's this nunchucks that's getting us something's getting us some extra energy here. Yeah. Okay. So I took no damage. We're still at 96. Almost got him to half health. Rampage, strike, headbutt, defend. Draw 2 cards would be pretty interesting for one, right? Let's do that. Let's see what we get. So bash is tempting, but we got a lot of stuff we do stuff with. Let's throw out 1 defend. Get 9 blocked of this 18. Rampage. All right, let's do strike. Just get these out of the way here. We'll increase the damage on this rampage here, right? Ooh, hold on. No, let's do that and get the anger. Yeah, upgraded anger back. Go from there. Now this one's going to turn into that rocket here soon. I think it's this turn. Yeah, I have to do 68 here or take 33 damage. Yikes. I don't know that that's happening. But let's figure it out. So the armaments is tremble. Well, we could put some vulnerable on it. I think we're going to need to do that. So I'm more worried about this turn than the long term there. So shrug it off is not bad. But if I dominate, that's going to get me 2 strength. Let's do that. I think I'm going to look to shrug it off. Draw a card. Well, it wasn't a 0 coster, but that's okay. All right, let's do some damage at least. I mean, we're going to survive this, right? We could do let's do the armaments. Okay, 5 more block. So 12 block, we'll get 1 more, we'll get 13, so we'll take 20. Not great. This guy's increasing its strength. So he sits around this turn, right? So we have an opportunity to kill him off. So 39, let's let's, am I at the 10th? I think I am, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, it is. Let's do the pommel strike and draw 2 cards. This will be 20. Whoa, hold on. Hold on. That would do 31. That would do 24. Well, I could anger it and then feed, right? Hold. No, because then it still wouldn't be enough damage, right? So 21 and 15 is 36. It's still not enough. So let's pommel strike it first. Then it's almost within feed damage, right? 15, yeah. So let's feed. Okay, dead. Now at least we have that. This guy's got a lot of block up, so we don't need to do any damage to him. I need to defend. So shrug it off is good. We didn't get another something for a free defense. Let's anger. Anger, it's not going to do anything, but it'll make me feel good, I guess. All right, so we have 71 hits. He's going to do 7, or he's going to do 12. hopefully we can get by this guy. It looks like fairly positive chance here. He's coming at 19. We can make him vulnerable and do an iron wave. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'd really like to use that molten fist, but I think we need to do that. So let's do anger. It's a pretty good chunk. Oh, we can molten fist him or defend 7. I think we're going to molten fist. Try and extend his vulnerability. Yeah. So he's going to be vulnerable forever now. So that's good. A lot of damage in there. Hopefully we can survive. So 47. He's looking at doing 11. So this is kind of a sleepy round, which is good. Aggression. I would get 2 cards off of that. I've got a lot of anger's kind of floating around now, so that might be good. Let's do the aggression. Set that up since he doesn't have a ton of stuff coming at us, and I ended up with angers. That's awesome. All right, so headbutt, discard into the draw. Could upgrade everything with this, and I think this is what I'm gonna do. Get a little bit of block. Then let's start tearing into him. I think we might be able to just kill him, right? Close? Yeah. That's headbutt you. All right, so we got through the Act 2 boss. Not too bad for kind of a janky deck. This is going okay. Whenever you draw a card containing strike, it is played against a random enemy. Now that's good if our strikes cost cost energy, but they don't anymore. Gain energy at the start of each turn, and then unmovable. The first time you block for a card each turn, double the amount gained. I guess we're gonna go with Pyre. It's just all around pretty good. And I don't have any way to generate a lot of extra energy other than that one artifact. This one. Oh, or did I not take that artifact? Yeah, I don't think I took that one. Let's proceed. Let's see what we get. Act 3. This guy's pretty awesome. He gives some pretty good upgrades. Let's see what we get. I don't think we got... Yeah, we didn't get the one where he changes your cards into the claw things. You may cook at the rest sites. Remove 2 cards from your deck and gain 9 max HP at a rest site. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, crossbows really good. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, we're going with crossbow. And the reason it's good is it's a 0 cost card. Will work with stomps. It helps just push more goodies out. Hopefully get some like vulnerable cards off of that. All right, well, we'll call it here. We'll try Act 3 in the next installment. But like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing in Slay the Spire. So far, I've gotten the Ascension activated on the Silent and the Defect. I'm really trying to get these other ones ascended as well. So I have an ability to, kind of get to that first break point where things have improved and you can try and do little harder runs. Well, take care, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good one. I'll see you on the next one.